Hello, this is Sensei Nick Flores. I live in George West, Texas.
Never say that.
Okay, just let me say it's not on. Oh, yes, this is Sensei Nick Flores. I am going to talk about karate. And karate I learned was in Okinawa, of course. And the phone number you can call me is 361-449-7766. So if you got a question, just text me or call me, and I'll give you your answer the best way I can, what I learned. Okay, until I'm gonna talk until I get a phone call or something. I started in Okinawa. I lived on top of my sensei's dojo for 5 years, me, my wife, and kids. So, I did karate every day.
Okay.
So that was good. Yes, I got a caller. Hello, caller.
Hello, this is Firefox. I got a question. So,
Okay.
which of the martial arts that you have between the footwork that are the best for people who are faster?
The people that are faster,
Yes.
the guy who works out the hardest.
Okay.
Because you can have a sensei like me or a sensei like Joe or Sam or Sally. It's not the sensei or the style, it is the student. The harder you work, the better you will be.
Hmm.
Does that answer your question, sir? Or do you have another question?
Yes. The footwork. Does that help you? Like, does it involve the martial art you're trying to learn?
The footwork and the handwork. We have stances in karate, Okinawa karate, basic stances. We have blocks and kicks. Those are just basics. But once you learn them real good and you learn kata, you actually develop your own style. It's just like remember when you were a kid, with us older people, you learned how to write a like this and a B and a C like so, and you had like three lines going like this, and you would write, and all, if you notice one thing, all the children would write the same way, they look the same. But then they got introduced to a lowercase ABC, and then you got introduced to cursive writing, which I don't think it's gone and done anymore. But cursive writing is you develop the ABCs in your own style. And karate is the same way. Like you go sign a check or something, only your signature is, only yours. Only you can write it like that, unless you're a good forger or something. But and karate is the same way. We teach you a basic way to kick, a basic way to punch, a basic way to do blocks. But then the better you get at this, then you start doing kata, which is just punches, blocks, kicks, and throws. That's all it is. But you do it over and over the same way the kata, and then next thing you know, you're gonna be developing your own style. Just because your footwork, your handwork, that's where it all. We only teach the very basic footwork, stances, Nahanchi-dachi, Neko-dachi, Seisan-dachi, and San-chin-dachi. And then you just punch and block. So those are the very basic things. Did that answer your question, sir?
Yes. By
Okay.
the way, do you have your own dojo?
Yes, I have my own dojo. Is where I'm at right now, and I built it long 1985 is when I built it. When I retired from the Marines, I came here and built the dojo.
Hmm.
So it's my dojo. It's 20 foot by 20 foot, and that's enough. I've had up to 40 students packed in here, but I teach the old way, which it was one guy gets up and does the kata, and then the next guy gets up and does kata. Next guy gets up and does kata. You know, one at a time like that, and it's boring as heck, but you learn it good. And the way you learn is by watching and listening very careful. When one man is doing the kata in the middle of the dojo, you got 10 more students over here, they're watching very carefully each step. And then when it's their turn to do the kata, they get up there and they try to remember. And sometimes the sensei would do a kata you never seen or nothing. He says, "Oh, I'm going to do Tomari Pasai." So the sensei gets out there and does Tomari Pasai. And what happens, the sensei sits down and say, "Okay, now everybody get up, do Tomari Pasai." But they never seen this before. But Tomari Pasai, Shinto, Kusanku, all kata, Hachi, Shodan, Nidan, Sandan, Wansu, everything, they all do the basic warm punches, blocks, and kicks. And if you paid real good attention at and that's the test the sensei gives you. He does a kata that you've never seen before and expects you see how well you can do it. And that shows the sensei how much attention you're paying. Okay, I think that is about all the time. This is Sensei Rick Flores, and we're gonna stop the show for today. And I thank you very much.